Alright, how's it going, everybody? My name is Infamous Isaac, and I have to re-record this video because I got so caught up talking in it that I forgot to look that and see that my mic was muted the whole time, which kind of hurts. I won't lie, but we're just gonna keep going. Try to try to convey the the emotion that I felt as best as I can when talking about it. But this is the second take, so. Hello, everybody. Uh, I'm here to talk about a documentary I watched recently, like literally today, this night. I'm recording this like around like 11 something. It's 11:10 at night, and I'm gonna be talking about the XXX Tentacion documentary. Look at me. It's on Hulu. It came out this year, and it's a documentary about Joss for the artist who passed away June 10th, I think. June 10th around there. Or June 18th, I don't remember. But in June. God forgive me for not remembering. It's very disrespectful. But he passed away 4 years now, almost 4 years now. And this documentary came out, and I wanted to watch it because, I'm scrolling through Hulu, and while I'm watching anime, I see this and I listen to X, I listen to some of his music. I've what's it called? I've liked his music. I've enjoyed it for sure, and I've seen his growth from when he was the Look at Me SoundCloud artist to becoming one of the most streamed artists in history, or like not in history, but on Spotify like ever, and just being so globally recognized. It's crazy. It's genuinely crazy. And seeing this documentary, it was like it's getting that look into who this person was, and not as in like looking at him from fame and stardom and learning about this other side of them. It's just learning about who Jase himself was by having interviews with his mother, with his ex-girlfriend who placed charges on him for domestic abuse, to Ski Master Slump God and other uh, members only members like Kid Trunks, Bass Santana, Rob Banks, all that, John Cunningham. He was also there. I think one of the producers that made some of the songs from 17 and Changes, or excuse me, question mark. But we're getting a look at this person. We're getting a look at Jose and how he viewed himself as well, how others viewed him, and just understanding with more context what was going on while he was alive. And obviously, like the internet will never know truly what happened to him. He talks about all the trauma and everything that he experienced, but there's no way to put yourself into his shoes unless you feel like you've experienced that, or you were there with him, Like, it's only really sympathy. You can never truly understand what pain somebody has gone through. That's not just for him. That's for anybody. The pain of just feeling complete and utter agony, suffering, whether it's the loss of a loved one or just traumatic experience or seeing things that you just shouldn't have seen. It changes you. And it really showed with him himself. Like talking about him, like his mother, talking about when he was younger, when his dad went to jail, and how that changed him, and how he became more rageful, more violent, and all that, and how he used that to promote his SoundCloud and members only and promoting it. Like I don't remember if it was Bass Santana or one of the other people from members only, but they were like rage sells, violent sells. People were surprised that we were gladiators, but they were giving us the funds to do so. If they looked at us and literally like helped us become gladiators, they liked seeing us become warriors, people who were rageful, violent, like gruesome, then that's what we were gonna do because it sold. And it's true, that like some of his most popular songs are his rage ones, but it doesn't mean that they are his popular songs. And when that change happened with him, when he got the blue dreads, it showed like he wasn't defined by his rage, by his past, by all of that. It was growth. It was personal growth. Like they were talking about it in the documentary, how the blue dreads showed how much he changed, going from white dreads to blue, and when he shaved his eyebrows and just being him. Like the documentary showed everything, the positives and the negatives of Jose Onfroy, and like I said, the allegations against him, like all the violent allegations, assault and battery, aggravated assault, like everything, and the charges that his ex-girlfriend Geneva put on him for domestic abuse. They showed that, and it's not like they were shaming her for it, like still talking about a case like that when the man is dead. No, like they wholeheartedly gave her a place to speak, and she spoke. She definitely spoke, not in the sense of like she was bad mouthing him. She was just being honest from what it seemed like. Like she was just using this platform to talk about everything what she experienced, what with him and what she experienced because of his fans and all of that. And the fact that she's still here today is really, really impressive. Because that girl looks like she suffered through so much trauma and pain. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. And like I said, with the documentary portraying him and just as a person and not as a god or as a benevolent human being, is it really hit me differently because obviously he was not an all good doing person. He was vulnerable. He was very prone to being human like everybody else was. It's just people could see themselves in him and the pain that he felt and they could relate that pain to him and they viewed him as like higher above because of that, because he was so popular and he was speaking what they felt, like they could relate to him and viewed him as an icon, as an idol. But in reality, he was just like them. He just had a platform to speak on it. And that showed how actions affect people in multiple varying ways. Like when Joss said, oh, excuse me, when XXXTentacion got the blue dreads, he tried to change his life for the better. And I can say this because I've seen like well, obviously the documentary, but like when that was going on before he passed away, God rest his soul, when he was on live and going to charities and making songs like I forgot the name of the song, but the one that he made for the Parkland shooting in 2018. That song, making that and again donating to charities and just trying to help people, keeping his DMs open for people who wanted to talk, and he just talked to them, and it's just like it shows the positives. It shows the wholehearted positive of him saving people's lives, not even like intending to. It's just giving outlets to people and it working, it benefiting people. But also, it shows the negatives of the struggles that he had himself because he didn't have somebody to talk to, or at least like he couldn't see somebody that he could talk to himself. And it led to him doing something, or allegedly doing some things, since that everybody's throwing around that alleged word. Well, that sounds really disrespectful. I'm so sorry. Everybody's using alleged, and I don't know the facts. I was not there. But with the case on his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, Geneva, and all the assault and battery and everything that I mentioned before, like it's if it was true, like we've seen him beat people up, and the charges against him for domestic violence, like if it's true, then it would be influenced by what he was going through, Like that man definitely had some pain and he was dealing with some demons, and everybody does, But it was something that just he couldn't express until a certain point, and it just so happens that it was the year before he passed away that he started doing that, and it affected a lot of people, giving them an outlet to speak and just be able to share what they've been going through. It's crazy, man. It's powerful. Honestly, it's really powerful. Because I remember when I was younger and I was in middle school and I was seeing X blow up, and all the rage, all the rage music that he was making. With like me listening to Denzel Curry, uh, and XXXTentacion at the same time. I could hear like they were just angry. They were super angry. A lot of repressed emotion that was going on, but it was music, so I still listened to it. And then later on, like when I was in high school, like freshman year, when I was 17, and then later on the next year, when Question Mark dropped, and hearing everybody who was depressed and going through something, like listen to the music and just post their pain on the internet. To me, it was like I was very judgmental at the time. I wasn't open-minded, and I laughed at people like that because I wasn't going through it, so I didn't understand. I didn't understand that people were genuinely like going through emotional turmoil and trauma and pain, and I didn't understand it because I just thought they were being edgy. Like, what's there to be sad about? What's there to be sad about when you're in high school, like freshman year, or when you're in middle school, like what do you have sad or to be sad about? And I guess a younger me was looking more at like the younger like white rich kid type of demographic, which sounds racist, but that was just what it was at that time. Because I mean, actually, it is racist, but as we said, it's the point. It's I was looking at that thinking like, what do you have to be depressed about? That you didn't get $20 from your father. Like I was just being very envious and jealous and spiteful, honestly, being really spiteful when in general, pretty understanding and sympathetic person. So looking back on it and seeing that and then seeing this documentary, it's just like, dang, that was really messed up of me. That was so disrespectful. Though all those people were going through something, everybody was going through something. I don't know what they were experiencing. I'll never know. So why was I speaking on it like I knew? Like why was I judging on them? It was super disrespectful. And I'll always remember that understanding that like I'll never know what war people are fighting. I'll never know how they're fighting it. I'll never know how I can help them. It's just understanding that if I can try to help, I should. Because even though I don't understand, I can still extend a hand to somebody. It's doing something while you can instead of doing something when you could. But that's I'm not here to preach. I'm not here to preach. I'm here to talk about what I watched, and it was a really powerful documentary. All the music that I listened to from him, all the new songs that I heard from this documentary, it shed new light on it, and it makes me want to go back and just listen to it and just feel like, dang, this is this shows a little bit of him because he put a lot of soul into his music. From what the documentary showed, he put a lot into his music, so you could really feel some parts of him in it. But like, if I had to give this documentary a rating, I'll give it a 9 for sure. I left this documentary feeling the same way that I felt about Midnight Gospel, and it may not be perfect, but man, personally, I love it. I love this documentary. I got so much insight and changes in perspective on it, and not even because of Jase himself, but just in general, for multiple people experiencing grief, pain, suffering just like he did, laughing the same way he did. It was something else. It just shows that again, nobody knows what you're going through, and they won't know until either you let them in or they try to let themselves in. And it's about finding ways to deal with it and accepting it and growing from it. And obviously sometimes there isn't a way to do that because the trauma just might be too great. And I'll never know. I'll never know because I've never experienced so much trauma like that it's that great. I experienced death from loved ones, and that hurt me a lot. Like I excuse me. I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking about it. But it's pain that everybody has gone through, right? And it's just how how they deal with it and how they grow from it and how they become the people that they are today, accepting the pain that they caused others and the good that they could do as well. It's it's just something that you learn as you grow. Cause he was only 20 when he died, and I'm literally almost the same age as him when he died. It's scary. It's crazy to think about, like, but it's true, and it's insane to me how much power you can have to change somebody's life and help somebody for the better, but also change it for the worse. Like, example A being Geneva and example B being X's fans. Like, it's it's just understanding who you are, accepting your faults and the wrongdoings that you've done in the past, and growing from them and turning them into good. It really left me with a good message, even though like it ended on a somber note. It was rough, It was really rough. And to end it there, I hope you all enjoy. I hope if my videos ever make you smile. If I don't like, you know, I only have 21 subscribers, right? But out of everybody who watches my videos, I do hope that I'm able to brighten up your day or give you some new insight on just how like I think or see things. And if you disagree or if you agree or if you laugh or if you cry or if you're angry, I'm just glad I'm able to make you feel an emotion. And whether you hate me or like me, I hope I can do something with these videos where I can at least entertain somebody for a little bit, because I'm nowhere near the gap between me and X is astronomical. I am just a YouTuber. This man is an artist that changed all many millions, if not billions, of people's lives. But I want to still be able to positively change somebody with with my YouTube channel, because that's one of the reasons why I started it, because I wanted to convey my passion and I wanted to use that passion to help people as well. Because I'm not the best person, you know. I have I've definitely messed up. I've definitely hurt some people. I've hurt myself, but it's turning those experiences into positive energy and growing from them, right? Looking at the man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror, the person in the mirror with a smile and accepting them and hugging them. It's growth. I it's something, man. It's definitely something. But regardless, I hope you all enjoyed. I'm sorry this was a somber one. That's something I wanted to talk about, and I hope you all check out this documentary as well if you all want some insight on the artist himself and what was going on and the people around him. Because man, I'm glad I watched it. The same way like the Kanye documentary was for me was the same way this one was as well. It was it was godly, even though there was just a human behind the music. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all have a great rest of your day when I upload this. And yeah, here's been Infamous Isaac. I'll check y'all out. Peace.